Hey, welcome to Digital Campfire. In this devlog, I've been working on some core gameplay stuff. The player now flips direction properly, the camera stays locked within bounds thanks to a confiner, and I've finally added a working tile map to build the world around. Let's check it all out.
The first thing I added was the player flip. Basically, I wanted the character to face the direction they're moving, left or right. So in the player movement script, I created a variable called facing direction and set it to 1 by default. Then I added a simple check that multiplies it by -1 whenever the input direction changes. This flips the player's sprite in real time based on movement. After writing the logic, I tested it in Unity, and yep, it worked just as expected. After that, I moved on to building the world. And for that, I used Unity's Tilemap system. I created a new tile palette and named it Floor. In there, I added 2 custom tiles, one brown and one gray, basically for the kingdom floor vibe I'm going for. Then I started painting the scene using the Tilemap brush. Layering the brown and gray tiles gave a nice contrast, and I tried to keep it visually consistent with the game's overall tone. Honestly, this part is pretty fun. There's something satisfying about placing tiles and watching your world take shape. Game dev really is just throwing stuff together, testing it, tweaking it, and then doing it all again. It's trial and error, but that's what makes it rewarding. Once I finished laying down the tiles, I hit play. And yeah, it actually looked pretty decent. Nothing fancy yet, but it's totally workable for now. I'll keep building on it as the game evolves.
Next up, camera boundaries. I didn't want the camera to drift off beyond the playable area, so I added a Cinemachine Confiner component to the virtual camera. Then in the hierarchy, I created an empty game object and made that the boundary reference for the confiner. After that, I added a Polygon Collider 2D to that game object and shaped it to match the edges of the entire map. This way, the camera now stops exactly where the map ends. No more awkward scrolling into the void. It's a small detail, but it makes the game feel way more polished. Honestly, setting this up was simpler than I thought. Just plug it in, tweak the collider shape a bit, and done. Now when I play the game, the camera movement feels tight and clean. A satisfying little upgrade that really locks the world into place.
So here's where we ran into a bit of an issue. The camera stops right where we set the boundary, but the player keeps balking off screen. On top of that, the camera is stopping a little earlier than expected, like it's shy or something. So we've got 2 things to fix next time. Make sure the camera hugs the edge correctly, and stop the player from casually strolling into the abyss. Meanwhile, here's a sneak peek at the main character I've been working on. I went with a pixel art style. Pretty simple, but I tried to give the character just enough detail to feel alive. I'll be refining the animations next, and maybe adding a few frames for smoother transitions. But yeah, that's it for now. If you're into this kind of devlog journey, make sure to stick around. More fixes, features, and pixel art coming soon.